EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and up from his safety spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he's got room. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, 57 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Now, 180. We're good.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Caught out right by Renfro. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and set things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr over the middle, and it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Carr dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Then he finds Danny Amendola. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
That's what I do. Mike 55, Mike 55.
On first down at Stafford. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We're good. Ready?
Check 99. Check 99.
Express.
51. 51. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 51.
Throwing again. Carr. Eluding the... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. A nice job on it. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
A final shot before the break. Stafford. Screenplay. Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Watch the safety creep. White Monday down. 93. 93.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr, throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Jacobs. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hey, we're good.
Carr now on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the night as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
180.
Man out. Watch out.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Pass from Stafford, caught by Amendola. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, watch 28.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Play action. Now it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Hey, you got three. Three down.
Check, Mike.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And he's going to go down. sacked right around the 17. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Steve. 40's Mike. 40's
Carr going to go on 4th down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on here, come get some.
To throw again. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Trey Flowers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
On 1st down, up of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 31-yard line.
Set! 180! Let's go, D!
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yellow.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cleveland Farrell able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And an alley to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big run there by McCoy. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Rolling to his right. He may try and run. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now. But I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game, because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Let's make these babies cry.
Mahomes now on first down. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Cleveland Farrell able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man, it's Williams. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Carr completes it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he gets this one to Dwayne Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Carr again. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And look, Daniel Jones looked good. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Mahomes to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Kansas City.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one is no good. He missed it. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
The final shot here before half for Carr. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him for the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, complete, the tight end Kelsey. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come out here in the eye. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the score. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
Crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position On this drive, where a touchdown can give them the lead, they need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Carr now on first down. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Carr going to go on 4th down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territories. They need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Watch the Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
Check 31, check 31.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal.
Mike, check, 59. Double dog, that's the way. Under 10. OP.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Chiefs 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last.
What happened downfield? Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.